Make a motion to, somebody make a motion to come out of executive session.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All right. Guess we'll convene to.
You need a motion on the one, oh, you do that.
We'll do that later. Let's see. Call this meeting to order for executive, convene into Board of Assessors. Who is the chair? I can't remember. Oh.
I don't
Do you
remember.
remember who the chair was?
I don't.
I think it's Jan.
Colonel? Or Dan or the Colonel?
It's me?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I didn't think I was anything.
There's some minutes that you need to sign because we didn't get,
That'll
what's,
maybe say it.
is there a signature around here
Yeah, what
somewhere?
about-
Had to have one for a while, so.
It was November.
Last one was
Jan Minzy
November.
is the chair.
Okay, there you go,
Am I
Jan.
really?
Robert Butler is vice chair.
So
Oh,
it's
let's have Robert.
Jan and
do it.
Bob show, so.
Okay, let me see which one.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah.
We
The
had to
assessor
look that
didn't
up
know.
for the minutes, just so you know.
Yeah, who signs the paychecks?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. And I'm guessing there are no citizen comments, since there are no citizens. Shall we approve the consent calendar?
Make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, official action.
So there's been, I've got requests here for two personal properties. One was Jamie Barstow that did not have two international tractors I had him down for. If you want to do them one at a time, or the other one is a Jacqueline Moran that had equipment out on her property, but it was not hers. So would like to abate those two.
I'd move that we do that.
Both of them at the same time.
We want to wait until,
However you want to do it, it doesn't matter.
okay.
It's a
I
matter
was just
of
gonna
we're
second his
open.
motion, I just wanted to clarify whether it
Yeah.
was, all three of them, or.
No, I was just going to do 4.1 and then just do 4.2 and then
I'll second Bob's
4.3.
motion.
Okay. Is there any discussion on those two? All in favor? Pass.
4.2, Chris Davis was in and it was discovered we had a cabin on his property as well as his other property over on the line. He's only got one cabin, so I said, well, we'll give you $18 back.
Gee, that's
I'd move we
generous.
approve that abatement under 4.2.
I'll second that.
It's pretty sneaky there, Darrell.
Any discussion? It's kind of magical, isn't it? All in favor?
You sure it wasn't on one, then he moved it over?
I swear I walked down the line and had it on the right one, but I also had it on his other one. He says there's only one, so. The next two are exempt properties. The CEI Housing Incorporated have the duplex over across from the school on Kaler's Corner, and they deeded in July over to Community Housing of Maine out of Portland, and they filed for the exemption. And the other one was the Midcoast Conservancy picked up part of the Luther Black, if you're familiar, before you get into Friendship on 220, the piece on the opposite side of the road from the river. 51 acres was deeded to the Midcoast in November of '21, and both seeking exemption for this calendar year, or this fiscal year.
Bob?
I
Oh,
would.
sorry, forget, it's
It's
Jan's.
okay, wait for Jan.
Oh, yep.
I would note under Midcoast, I've been told that they do expect to pay something in lieu of taxes.
Yes.
And they were supposed to call you and obviously didn't. But I
Well,
think,
No, all their properties, what they do is they take the value of all their properties and do a 5%, what the taxes would be on 5%
sort of like an
incentive
open
share.
space thing that they do. Is that the open space thing?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. And is the community housing that is next to the ball field? Is that
Yes.
the one?
Yes.
I didn't realize that was that kind of housing.
What they do if you're homeless and need to go in there, they put you in there for like 2 years and then you have to move on.
Oh, okay.
So that's how that works.
Okay.
If it's domestic abuse, usually they put them in there for 2
Mhm.
years and then they have to move on with their life and somebody else.
Someone else gets the
Yeah.
spot. Oh, well, that's nice.
So it's not
Okay.
forever.
Okay. Did we have
We motion on either one.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
I'd move approval on 4.3 as well.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? We already did. All in favor?
So the other approval I would like is the new cost schedules. We had used 2008 schedules up to this point, and we purchased the 2022 cost schedules and have plugged them in. Basically, we have 3 years of sales. The July 19 to June of 2020, there were 53 sales, and we were currently at 86%, which meant we couldn't do 100% on our exemptions and all of that, and would be only getting, if we could be within 10%, we could do 95 or 90. So we went ahead and did the cost schedules. By putting in the new numbers, I've given you printouts of the new numbers. Those sales would be like at 120%, because over the last 2 years, things have gone up that much. July 2020 to June 2021, there were 88 sales there. We were at like 79%, it would be at 107, and then still trait will go up to June of 2022, but currently there are 77 sales. We're at about 70% on the old, and it would be in at 97. Generally speaking, in a 1,000 square foot ranch, just the building was 92,000 under the 2008, and we're at 170 to build that today under the 2022s. So that's the basis, and then everything is based on size and quality and quantity and you name it. But I have started, I've done 2 maps as far as 1 and 2, going door to door and seeing if there's something new, seeing if something's gone. Found a few buildings that are
Something old,
on the
something
ground
new.
and a few that have popped up. So.
Oh, ah. Nice.
So when will you have the new numbers?
New numbers will be ready in August.
Okay.
Help us and save us, huh?
Usually you go out and do just what you have building permits for, and going door to door, it's gonna take some time, but it's a lot of,
That's why he's retiring next week.
no, that's why I'm going to 12-hour days, so I can,
Are you meeting a lot of nice people?
I am,
Are you meeting any who aren't so nice?
well, that happens.
I
They're not really happy that somebody pays $300,000 across the road and their value has to match it. They
I
really don't
understand that
like
happened right my road. Like, yeah.
You're not having to use your special clipboard yet?
Not yet.
What's your special clipboard?
It takes on a bullet. It's ballistic proof.
Oh, oh. It's like a
Supposed to
James Bond one.
It's supposed to stop.
Oh.
If I put it next to my heart,
Oh,
it might
okay.
save
Now,
me.
if it were a dog, how would that?
Let's just hope they're aiming for your body and not for your head.
Yeah. The dog, you're supposed to put the fist down the mouth, but I've never had to do that yet either. You lose a hand, but you're alive.
Terrible.
Golly.
Isn't that what you do?
No idea. I do have a question.
Oh. Bob,
Are we opening ourselves up to future abatement requests if we're coming in above 100%?
They certainly can come in and, yes, challenge that the fact that I just bought this 2 years ago
Right.
for 30,000 less than you're valuing me at, they will come in, they will challenge it, we'll show, we have a lot of paired sales that somebody paid 150 2 years ago, it just sold for 180. And what I'll have to do is defend the assessment. And if you agree with that, they can go to the county commissioners and we have to defend it over there. But yes, I would envision that some people are not gonna be happy that they've got a 20% increase over what they paid in 2019.
yeah,
But
the 2019 ones were,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But there again, a lot of them, everything's in there. I mean, a lot of them, there were circumstances. The last one I just got in, the survey said we paid off the mortgage from mom and she gave it to us. The names were different, you couldn't even tell, but we're using it as a retirement home. So usually there's a reason they're only paying half what everybody else is paying. a lot of them are flipping them. Yeah.
When you do this, are you taking into consideration the potential of a crash?
Everybody's talking about it, but.
That's what, if we
So-
overvalue stuff,
Well, so where we're at right now, if, doing just the buildings, and if we find that there's nothing on the market, if you go on today, they got 30 bidders paying 100,000 more than asking, you know, if it keeps going, then we're gonna have to look at the land and do an adjustment there, because once you get the buildings as what it would cost to build it,
Yep.
but if the materials will come down and things will level out. So that was the only thing, if we have to make, again, adjustments up, it's on
that's what I was
land.
afraid of. I mean, somebody who pays 100,000, still doesn't mean it's worth that much. I mean, we had a building assessed at, $250. If we had a building assessed at $250, it's, just because somebody wants to pay $100,000 more, that's not reason to jack the price up on the.
But that is the basis that the state uses is sales.
But in reality, it probably still is only worth $250.
But you have to realize too, if there's a crash, there's gonna be even more limited housing stock.
What we did in 2008, when the crash hit in '08,
Right.
is we just wrote it out and said, everybody's overassessed, we know it. The dip will come back.
Yeah.
But-
I just don't want to get us too far ahead of the curve and.
And we've been waiting, everybody says the interest rates are going up, that things will change, but I have not seen it today yet.
Yep.
It just,
It is a recent phenomenon, though. Where everything has gone skyrocket.
yeah,
The problem is that creates volatility in the mill rate.
Right.
That's what bothers me. And I don't know that there's a solution to that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a fact of life. You
Yeah.
live with it, but.
we did a quick number when you guys were in here one other time, a couple of you, and it looked like about a 2 mil drop. It would go from 18 down to 16, assuming. Still got a lot of things to value that I got the eel, $10 million property up there to put a value on. How much is equipment, how much is building? The equipment, we get half on, the building, goes to the TIF. So Max is anxious to get a number up there.
Always is.
The solar farms are amazing. The one is online, so we get the one up there, and depending what numbers you plug in, initially they said it was a $2 million project. We couldn't touch it because it was not online, CMP wasn't ready. Now they say it's a $4 million project, and plugging in the numbers, it says it's worth 6. I don't think the state will accept the 6, but again, we're at 4 and we get half of that, so. A lot of stuff out there building, and it's just crazy.
Sounds like it.
I just don't want us to get into a mess where, like I said, I've always talked about people that's lived here all their lives and get driven out of their homes because they can't afford to live.
There was one lady today, and that's it. She wanted to retire here, but she was aware that they did the deferral, that if it came to that, they would have to just stay in the home and defer the taxes, and upon their demise or sale, then the state gets paid back. But the state did do that with the deferral tax if they qualify. A lot of people are turning it over to the kids and saying it's too
Let them
much,
pay?
it's yours. Yep.
There's an idea.
A lot of people have 2 homes, one here and somewhere else, and the oil bill says,
Yeah.
I can't afford this, I gotta sell the main house and go back closer to where they were.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing a lot of stories,
Mhm.
and people are concerned, but they know they gotta do what they gotta do.
Well, thank you, Daryl.
Yes.
Thank you.
Will you approve the schedule?
Okay, so we need to approve this.
Please.
Okay, would somebody make a motion to approve the cost schedule?
I'd move approval of 4.4.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Thank you, and yeah, we probably will have some meetings.
Okay. We have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Jules.
Okay,
Thank
all in
you.
favor?
Daryl, have a nice night.
Done, thank you, Daryl.
Recess until our regular scheduled meeting, 2 minutes from now?
2 minutes from now.